In between the times when the seas drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Ares, there was an age undreamed of, and unto this, Conan, born to wear the troubled crown of Aquilonia on a troubled brow. It is I alone, his chronicler, that can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the age of high adventure.
Welcome back to the Gentleman's Sit Down.
You've returned.
We are an untraditional podcast.
Trying to be traditional gentlemen.
I am Ceterius Lemitius.
I am Joshua Callahan.
Yeah, links in the description for the social medias. You want to, by the end of this video, if you liked it, give it a subscribe, give it a follow, hit the notification bell. If
you don't like it, share it with somebody. Say, hey, I don't like this. I'm going to share it with you.
Yeah, exactly. All that. Yeah.
Cares.
Yeah.
If you do like it, share it. Say, hey, I like this. Look, I want to show you.
Boom. Yeah. There you go.
If you're on the fence, pick a side.
Today we talk about the glorious fictional hero of Conan
O'Brien. Wait. Ooh.
I mean, Conan the Barbarian. The Arnold character.
Not the Momoa character. No, I'm kidding. Same character.
Well, yeah, it's the same character, but we like the Arnold version. He's the
immortalized the character of Conan, of course. It was in books written by Robert E. Howard in the 1930s.
Yeah, graphic novels.
Goes way back. It's like it was like the beginning of sword and sorcery or the fantasy,
Yeah.
That was the beginning of it.
Yeah, the early days.
Yeah. Do you know Kull the Conqueror was before Conan? It was in the Thorian age of Atlantis. But then, of course, like I just mentioned, between the times of when the seas drank Atlantis, then you got Conan. Little history lesson.
Yeah.
Takes place on Earth.
Yeah, apparently.
Like Panacea, right before, like you're in Panacea, the supercontinent split up.
Oh, Pangea?
Pangea. I said Panacea. I do that all the time. I always say Panacea when I mean Pangea.
You got to think of it. Gaia.
God, I'm not a professor.
You got to think Gaia, which means earth, and is also the goddess of earth in the ancient Greeks. And so Gaia, and then Pan is like everything. Like you could think, yeah, exactly. So Pan, Gaia, all continents together, you get bastardized.
You know what I mean
Pangea.
when I say supercontinent.
Pangea.
Maybe they don't.
Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who cares? We figured it out.
Boom, 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 boom. That wasn't a flute. That was supposed to be a tuba.
It's like a big horn tuba, whatever it is that does the loud
horn. Someone tell us.
Brr, maybe it's a French horn. Brr.
It's a Ricola horn.
Ricola.
Maybe it's a didgeridoo. I don't know.
Didgeridoos are cool.
I don't know if that's a didgeridoo. Hey, what are we talking about?
Conan the Barbarian.
What was your first experience with Conan that made you go like, man, this is the guy. This is the dude.
My first experience, I always saw like little clips of Conan the Barbarian.
The original, the OG?
Yeah, the Arnold.
82?
Yeah. And I always saw like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was at his peak steroid use.
And that guy was swollen like from a hive of bees.
Dude, his chest and shoulders and back and all that was fucking his arms.
What about that wig he wore?
He didn't wear a wig. He wore a wig.
That was his hair didn't go down like that. He wasn't.
Oh, the
he
Conan
wasn't
wig.
competing for Mr. Universe.
Yeah,
and then tying it in a rat tail. No, he was. That was a wig.
Yeah,
It had to be. It was the crown attached to the crown.
The Conan wig. Yeah. No, I liked it.
Yeah, his tits were huge.
He had giant pecs.
His bicep was bigger than my face.
Probably was. Yeah. Dude was huge. There's a lot of steroids.
He was a perfect Conan.
He's perfect size, Conan. Yeah, it was fucking.
Hey, and this is no like, there's no. I'm not trying to put down Jason Momoa. It was a troubled, it was big shoes to fill, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. And the script, it wasn't his fault. The script
It
was
looked
what it
cool.
was.
Like it had some cool like shots. But
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie was in it.
Yeah. The script could have been better.
A
That was
lot
a
of things
problem.
could
That
have
was a
been better
problem
about
back then. Is
Conan
just real quick to give a further excuse for Conan, that the new age Conan, the Jason Momoa Conan. That was a time when they wanted to make these like period based pieces. They were coming out with a lot of like ancient Greek mythology or like
the
like
sandals,
yeah,
like
like-
the
yeah, the-
immortals,
exactly like the sword and sandal movies. They were
Sword and
coming out with
Sandal.
they were coming out a lot with those.
sandal moves. It's about flip flops.
Yeah. But it was coming out a lot during that time. And it was after like the success of Troy and 300 and Gladiator.
Yeah.
So they were all like, oh, now we're getting Immortals and we're getting Clash of the Titans, which Clash of the Titans actually did really well. But the Wrath of the
I'm
Titans.
a fan of the OG.
Yeah, the OG is better. I have to agree. But yeah, again, like those movies were starting to get big, and they were like they were like becoming corporate Hollywood movies.
But
where it was,
oddly
like,
enough,
quick script and like
Conan the
bang it out.
Barbarian was around after the OG Clash of the Titans. I think was 80, 81. So it was like, it's like you
I
either
thought it
did
was
a Star
77.
Wars thing.
thought
Oh,
it
I
was
don't know.
70s.
I think it was
Oh.
around that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
you either did a Star Wars thing because it was, because it was so popular, or you were doing the sword and sorcery thing in front of like a Western because it was cheaper to make.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the Ray Harryhausen stuff and Clash of Titans, which was like brilliant. Anyways,
Yeah. But that, yeah.
what were you gonna say about the New Age thing? They were just like
Just saying, like, it just
spitting
came
out
out.
shit.
They were just spitting out stuff back then,
in front of a green screen. I'm like,
Yeah, they were trying to create newer kind of green screen, great graphic type of films.
but it wasn't like
that.
the original Conan the Barbarian was the best written movie.
No,
it was the
it
way
wasn't.
it all had to do with Arnold.
It had a vibe to it.
and
It had
James
a,
Earl Jones.
It had a
Come on.
vibe that, I was going to say, I was going to talk about James Earl Jones, but it had a vibe like no other film. I haven't even seen Conan the Destroyer yet because I was afraid that it might ruin my experience with Conan the Barbarian. Because you watch Conan the Barbarian, there's a vibe. Like you feel like, holy shit. This like it starts, the beginning of the movie starts with James Earl Jones's men. They're like the Snake Tribe Kingdom people. I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
And
You see the montage, and he's telling people and he's just doing it to flex his arms.
yeah, yeah. And you have his father telling young Conan the story of the riddle of steel, and then out of
He's
nowhere,
making the sword.
yeah, and people want to make the riddle. They want the riddle of steel, and so, but then James Earl Jones' men come and they raid the village.
But he's talking to his dad about Crom. Crom is the greatest god of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then so they raid the village. They kill Conan's dad, and then they kill Conan's mom while he's holding her hand. And like once that happened, it's like I'm hooked. What's going on? Film had a
He
vibe, had a
spares the
tone,
life.
had a tone.
Yeah.
The new Conan didn't really have like a vibe or tone. They kind of just came like we were. I don't remember. I only saw it once, but I have a feeling like the film didn't open up with Conan. Conan came in later. You were following like some other character,
The
and
only
then
thing
they
I
met up with
remember about
Conan.
the New Age Conan is this really cool picture of them walking into the Skull Mountain, and it was literally a skull. And they were walking in the mouth. Somehow they got up to the friggin' mouth of the skull just to have this like cool shot. That's all I remember.
Mm.
And Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And Anthony Mackie.
I don't even remember Anthony Mackie being
Let
in
me
it.
just tell you, my first run in, it was okay. So I remember like Conan the Barbarian came out, but it was Conan the Destroyer, the movie that you didn't see, and I promise I won't spoil it.
Yeah, no
for you.
spoilers. I want to see it.
They all die at the end, but
God damn it.
by a nuclear war. No, I'm kidding. Listen.
I'm paying
Listen. But it was PG-13. I could actually see that one in the movies. I think it was. Anyways, I just remember that was the one I watched over and over again.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian is, when I was a young adult, it was like the heightened version. So if you love Conan the Barbarian, you won't love the Destroyer as much, but it's more the same. You get the OG, you get friggin' Arnold in there,
Mhm.
and you get his growl, you get the ow. Anytime he's fighting, he's ow. You get like one scene of that in Conan the Barbarian, but you get like in Conan the Destroyer, he's always
Right.
It's like, this is how Arnold gargles with Listerine.
It's probably true. But yeah.
You're a pussy. That's the Stogie thing.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this one.
It's a little clip.
So was it the toxic masculinity? We talked about this.
Yeah.
Was it just like the BDE of it all?
the VDE of it all? No, it's just
What was it?
It's a
About
thrill
Conan.
ride. It's a thrill ride. I don't know. I mean, yes, it's definitely it's
I'll tell you what I think.
more males are gonna like Conan, and it's evident. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like more men are gonna like Conan than women. But why? Why? Well, I think it's because it's like it's a male fantasy. Like,
Yeah.
it's a trial, but men like to be. I mean, not that women don't, but men really love the idea.
He's trying so hard not to step in it. And you're like, it's like a
I'm
landmine
trying-
over
no, I'm
here.
trying to- I'm
I
trying
didn't
to-
say the wrong thing.
No, I'm trying to, not hurt anybody's feelings or, have them cry or something. No, but it's just
can't because you're a pussy.
and I get to smoke stogies in front of my wife, but you can't, you pansy. No, but it's like the ultimate male fantasy. You get the trial by fire. You're thrown into this heavy adversity, and you have to prove yourself to the world. But you're put in the circumstances where you get to build your body and mind to. Well, for Arnold's Conan's sake, it's really mostly his body.
It's that code that he says at the beginning, and it's about like he's got the brawn of it all.
Yeah, he's got
and
all
that
the
is like the visage of that. When you think about becoming strong or an athlete or going for goals, you think about or gains or whatever. Even in the gym, you think there's the picture, and he did it as a real human being that played him. It wasn't like
exactly. I mean, he has some enhancement help, but he did it, and
For me, it was just like it was the you could trust that he would fight his way out of it. Like Robert E. Howard was, he was not like a strong man or this like whatever he believed, but he wrote those characters to be the archetypes or to be the avatars that he wanted. He wanted to have that strength. I imagine like Cole is the same thing, and Conan, and he had some other ones.
I mean, Conan represents like the physical embodiment of the pinnacle of a man's potential with their body. That's why bodybuilders are obsessed with Conan the Barbarian. They're obsessed like Conan. I see Yeah, I mean, they're obsessed with Arnold, of course.
Well, even in history, like they're obsessed with Hercules and Samson.
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
big,
Goliath.
Goliath. Goliath was a bad guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a bad guy, but people.
The underdog, the nerd, won that one. David.
Yeah, David won that. But there was Gilgamesh too.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah. Got a lot of great stories throughout history and mythology.
The Hulk.
Okay, well, yeah, comics, the Hulk.
I don't know.
But yeah, Conan just represented that. And like, they and then like they they ask him like, what is the purpose in life, Conan? And Conan's like, to defeat your enemies, see them driven from the field, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Why does he want to hear the women lament? What's wrong, huh?
Because I don't know. It's the ultimate victory. I don't know.
I don't think he's pleasing them properly. That's what I think it is. That's the other untold story of Conan the Barbarian.
It's like this this savageness, this savage side of man,
And that's his
like
environment.
Yes.
Like not everybody can survive that environment,
Yes,
and that backdrop that he was born into.
Exactly. But everyone wants to be.
And he was one of the I read something. It was interesting how his belief in Crom is very much like monotheistic. He just believes in that one God, not their,
not the other pantheon. Yeah. Not the rest of the
I don't
pantheon.
know. It's just interesting because,
Yeah. It's
I
just,
just remember the
unique.
stories. I remember the Destroyer was this, like, I was waiting for the third one. I was waiting for the third one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got it in like 2000 with Jason Momoa. Again, no knock on Momoa. I like the Momoas.
Yeah, Momoa was cool.
I want more Conan.
I want more Conan, but I want a better Conan. I want the best of the best.
Yeah, Arnold was ripped out of obscurity. I don't think we need someone we know. I think we need someone plucked out of obscurity.
Exactly. Yes, we need someone. Enough of this fucking, top 2% hogging all the great roles.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let me give you a pill, beef you up, and there you go. You're a hero. Go ahead. Okay, next.
I want someone fresh faced. Natural.
Who's this guy?
I want this guy who's been into bodybuilding for a while, also happens to be an actor.
Yeah.
Okay? Get him in the screen.
They exist.
Get him in there. Hey, of course he exists.
They're
Get him out there. Get him in the studio. Get him bigger if you have to.
Got to have an accent too.
He's got to have a butchered Austrian accent.
Well, if he's Australian, mate, I can't do an Australian.
He's Australian.
There's some big people in Australia.
Yeah, there's big people everywhere. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about specifically in Australia because they're in the outback. They got to fight nature. It's close, So
no one lives in the outback except for like the hill.
They eat Whole Foods.
I don't think so.
You know what Vegemite is?
Yeah, I've heard of Vegemite.
Raw protein power.
Yeah, I hear it
and
tastes
minerals.
disgusting.
Tastes like dirt, but who cares? It's delicious.
Yeah.
And nutritious. Mostly nutritious.
Yeah. But that's the thing. To me, Conan had a vibe, had a tone, Conan the Barbarian. That's the only Conan thing I really know about. Story I know.
Did you ever read the
Conan the
books? You got to
Barbarian.
read the books.
No, I haven't read
You know
any
who
of the
else wrote books? He took over the mantle of Conan, wrote really good Conan books. Robert Jordan, who wrote the Wheel of Time series.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's where he took his
Wasn't there graphic
Conan
novels?
money and he wrote...
Wasn't there graphic novels?
Yeah, no, it was also a Marvel comic for a long time. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
In the big gap, there was like Marvel comics, and they got popular. And I think Robert Jordan, a lot of authors wrote Conan stories for the IP, like the Conan estate.
Right.
Write us a book.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Reading Rainbow. Write us a book. Take a look.
But
Conan.
yeah, and I don't know. I like the energy. It's like it inspires you to be proud, I guess, of being a man and embracing your natural. There's a natural energy. Like when you see little boys, growing up, they're loud and rambunctious.
Mhm.
It's like natural to them. They like to be loud and they like to like pick things up and throw them for no reason.
it's
They don't
just
have
like
any
this-
thought process.
Yeah. Like, how does he get out of a situation? He fights his way out.
Yeah.
How does he deal with magic? He fights it.
Yeah.
With his fists and swords, like even in the books.
Yeah.
Like magic, but he outwits it. He's smart too. Conan's
Yeah.
smart. He's not like,
It's not a complete idiot.
why you say it like that? Like he's not. He's
Because
half,
he's-
he's an
because
half
he's-
idiot. He's not a
he's-
complete idiot.
Because he's more brawn than
I'm kidding,
brains.
I know, I'm just joking.
He's more brawn than brains, but he's got brains. He's not completely, absent-minded.
He's a survivor.
Yeah, he's intelligent in his own way. He's got the what's it called? The
Street smarts. He's
yeah,
got the
but
desert
I don't
smarts.
want to say street
Mountain
smarts.
smarts.
He's got the
He's a barbarian.
he's got the survival wit.
Skills.
Skills.
Yeah. I got a certain set of skills.
Yeah. But I don't know. And like Conan just brings out it just brings out, makes you feel proud.
Oh, I thought
Makes-
you were gonna say brings out the best in you. I'm like,
It doesn't bring out the best.
I
in
don't
you.
think Conan's like
Just
a hallmark.
brings out that
character.
little bit in you, that little bit in you that, you just want to have high energy, be loud and be crazy. And it's like
Do Arnold impersonation.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian was governor of one of our biggest states.
Yeah. Conan ran California, bro.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
god!
But it was, I don't know.
You know
I
what I
don't know,
like
it's
most
funny.
about the cover on like Conan the Barbarian and the Destroyer? That sword with the skull at the end.
Mm.
I mean, I fantasized about that sword, that big sword with the big, what is that? The guard, the halberd,
The hilt.
the hilt.
Yeah.
And
and it had the skull there, and his father crafted it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same sword that his father crafted.
I don't think so. He found it in
Yeah,
in
he
Conan
was
the
a king.
Barbarian.
Yeah,
He found it in
the
this
king
like
with the
tomb.
bones and
Yeah.
the dome, and
Yeah.
you got to see the destroyer. It's like part 2. It continues where the first one left off.
Yeah, I hope so.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
That wasn't a spoiler. It happens in the first minute.
Yeah. But it's
After seeing Conan the Destroyer, I fantasized about like writing my own adventure. That's when it got me into. I think that movie actually got me into reading Lord of the Rings. Like I wanted to read The Hobbit, and I was like, I don't know, it looks so big, and I was really young.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like The Barbarian and stuff that helped me. Like, dude, I want to see more. I want to read more. My dad was like, read this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different, man. I don't know. Conan's just like he's like you know how like you bring up The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. They all had to travel together. They had to be a group. They had to rely on each other, right?
He's travel alone. He's like, I do it on my own.
Yeah, Conan's the guy that does it on his own. He's the guy that
I don't
can
need
go-
the fellowship. I got the ring.
Yeah, exactly. I have the ring.
I'll take it to Mordor. Get out of my way, you wraith. Yeah, you fight.
Like Conan would, but Conan's the guy that
I go
can do
straight
it.
to Mordor.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to the mines of Moria.
Conan's the guy that can do it himself. He really is.
I want to rewrite some of these books and put Conan in it.
He really can. He could do it himself. And he would fight. He would probably win.
Who are you? I'm Gandalf. Get out of my way. I don't trust you. Your magic. What's wrong? I can't defeat the big eye. It's the big eye. It's not powerful. What do I gotta do? Just drop it into the volcano? Done. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Son, I'm on a horse. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah. He's a self-reliant man.
It's Galadriel.
What the heck was that? I'm
He was having sex with Galadriel.
Oh my god.
Stop. Galadriel. I can't even say get out of my way. You elf. Elf you.
Oh my god.
I don't need the ring. Where am I gonna put it? It's too small for my fingers.
All right.
I'm not done yet.
But this guy's a self-reliant man is my point. And like every man secretly wants to be a self-reliant man. You know, and Conan's a self-reliant man. And I think that's also why men really like Conan. Because it's like, oh man, he could really do it by himself if he really wanted. Like he escaped the wolves. He pushed the wheel of pain. The wheel of pain. He pushed the wheel of pain.
How long do you think he pushed the wheel of pain?
For like 10 years minimum.
He went through puberty. He was pushing the wheel of pain.
10 years minimum, he pushed that wheel of pain. And then he
I hope
finally
they fed him well, because how else are you gonna get those big muscles?
They definitely fed him something.
You gotta push this wheel of pain. I hope it was a grinding oats or something, or meal, some kind of corn, like it had a purpose.
Yeah.
Do you think he was just pushing a wheel just for like
It was probably some
psychological?
torture device to, kill him. And
Why?
like
Just
he
kill
wouldn't
him.
and he
It's
wouldn't
like a funny
die.
James Bond movie. It's like
I
just
don't
kill him. You want to see him die? Just kill him.
I don't know. I mean, it definitely had a purpose. He definitely was doing some kind of slave labor, but it was meant to kill him. That's
He
at
was
least
making
that was
tortillas.
their
He was
goal.
like
Like, oh,
making-
this guy's not gonna survive this. This kid's gonna die. So just let's use him while he's still alive. Let's put him to use, and then let him die while he's
Wasn't
working.
he on a slave ship too, and he was pulling oars? No, that
no.
doesn't make that
He
up.
he went to the Wheel of Pain and stayed there for like 10 years.
Yeah, put him on a boat. Have him
He was
push
the
the
last
oar
one
in
to
the boat.
survive. He had friends too, and they all died. He was the last boy to survive the Wheel of Pain.
That's right.
And nobody else. He was pulling it.
Wheel
He
of
was
Pain.
pushing
That
it by
sounds like a
himself
rock
at the
band.
end. He was pushing it by himself at the end.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think he was making tortillas. He had a taco cart to run. The bad guys.
Oh my god. Well, he was
What?
making something. Wheel of Pain. He was making something. I don't know what he was making. Maybe that Wheel of Pain digs up salt. It was in the desert.
When did he go to the Shaolin monks and started learning ninja swords? When did that happen? Was that after the Wheel of Pain? When he talks about the lamentation. Oh, they put him in the gladiator thing.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
the-
he got
was in the
bought.
sword thing.
Yeah, he got bought.
It was like
by-
an arena, right?
Yeah,
Am I
he
making that
got
up?
bought. He got bought by some other slave guy, and he was the last guy to survive the Wheel of Pain. He was like, "All right, you want him? I'll take him." Takes the money, and then he sells Conan. Conan then gets put into the fighting pits of some place, and then that's where he learned to fight. and he got this warrior spirit thing from.
Back to the Wheel of Pain.
Okay.
You said that they got to feed him. If it was just a torture device, why feed him?
I think, like I said,
It
it's
was
in the
doing
middle of the
something.
desert.
It was
Yeah,
churning water.
It was in the middle of the desert, so he was probably digging up salt
A
or
well.
something.
Yeah, salt. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I got a headcanon this.
yeah,
Because why else is he pushing the friggin' Wheel of Pain?
yeah.
Just to get muscles?
Probably.
So
I
he
mean,
can overtake and overrun and start a revolution?
for
Hey!
him, yeah.
Seems smart to me. I'm glad he did it because else we wouldn't have had the,
I think he was supposed to die, but he didn't die. He survived. He's the only one that lived. I don't know. There's just an appreciation for the character and the story and the films and Arnold. We're Arnold fans. It's clear. We like it.
Come on, you think he look? No, he owns tanks.
He owns
He
a
loves
tank.
He owns tanks, plural. If you like a tank, you don't just say, "I like this tank."
He has a tank from when he served in the Austrian army that he used to ride.
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
You want
book.
to shoot it?
What?
Come over, ride my tank. You want to shoot it? Shoot it over there at that tree. Ah, look at it go, it blows up. Ah, get in the power tank. Get in the tank. Get in the tank now. We're going to shoot another tree. Boom! Look at it go.
They wanted me in the movie Fury. I said, no, I got my own tank.
They wanted me to bring it to the set Expendables. I said, no, fuck you.
I'm going for Joyride.
Tanks go slow.
I think we covered it.
I think we did.
I think we've expressed our appreciation for the character Conan, and extension the appreciation we have of
Pure love.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and his steroid years.
Yeah.
You know, he's a motivational factor.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go into the gym, we think about Conan. I
Right.
swear to God, at least once a week we're in the
drums
gym.
of Basil Pseudolus keep on
Yeah,
going. What's his
Basil
name?
Polyduros.
Polydoros keeps on going. Dum 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 bum bum
play,
bum
we
dum.
play that music in our head. We're lifting, and sometimes, when we're doing our light reps, we're like, "Ah, ah." We'll do the Arnold. We'll do the Arnolds, bro.
Like, pick it up now. Pick it up now.
We do the Arnolds for shoulders because why not?
Why not? It makes you bigger.
I think we did it.
Why not?
Who are you? Tell me who you are.
I am Soterius Limitius.
I'm Jasmine. Oh, I forgot to tell you in the credits of Conan the Barbarian, I saw a man's name. His name was Duke Callahan. Callahan with a G. I want to change my name.
Josh Callahan.
You are just Colin.
We've been the gentleman's sit down. Again, if
Thing.
you enjoyed our video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. All right, come on. Leave comments. We want you involved. We want to have conversations. Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna have a convo.
Yeah.
I think we covered it. We will see you next week. We hope you have a wonderful week. Goodbye. Peace.